To create H5P content, you will first need to log in. If you don't have an account, please create one first. I'm going to click Log In here, get logged into my account. When I get logged into my account, it will take me to my account page. That's this button right here. You can always get back to this by clicking My Account. Notice that this is where you can create new content. It also shows me other content that I've recently created and that I can edit if I want to go back to it. Here are the examples and downloads up at the top if I want to explore different ideas. We've kind of looked at this already in a different tutorial, but it's important to note that if you like one of these examples, you can duplicate it and modify it for your own use. So if I click on Drag the Words here, I can then try out the activity, I can preview it, and if I like it, and notice, by the way, there are other options here. If I click Next, I will see different examples of the same activity type. If I like it, I can simply hit Clone Content on the example page, and that will give me my own copy that I can now rename and change the content to meet my own needs. Once it's created, I can click Save, and I have my own copy in my list of files. Notice in the task description, it has the question that was on the example as well as the answers on the example. Simply change those and you will have your new version. Note there are some directions for how to format your answers and question types. I'm going to click back to my account at the top, and from here I can create activities from scratch. As I mentioned earlier, I will click Create New Content, and this will take me to my Options menu. Here I can choose the type of activity that I would like to create. To select the type, I'll click the little drop-down menu, and it shows me all the different types that are here as well as a quick little description of them. If I will find one that I want to use, say Drag the Words, I will just click Use on the side. And now it takes me to a screen that looks very similar to if I duplicated it. I can give it a title, and then if I don't remember how to use this or I'm not sure, there's a tutorial link and a link to an example so I can kind of see what it should look like and how to put it together. So you can see in the top box here there is a description, which basically is your directions. It says drag the words into the correct boxes, and then if I click in there I can edit that. I could put match the names. And then you can make that as specific as you want. Notice you have a little bit of editing options for formatting your text. Down here it gives you the format that it should be, and you can see in this case the answers need to have asterisks around them. So if I were to start typing in here, I could put my name, for instance. And then I could just keep typing if I want a sentence, but I can also do a return and do another line if I want it to be more of a list. And you can continue this process for whatever fill-in-the-blank pieces you want. Now, each question type is different, but just take a look at the directions for that type. I would leave the other defaults pretty much intact, but if you want to take a look at the options, you can. Then I'll click Save, and it will take that and add it to my list of resources on my home page or on my account page. Notice here, if I have one that I really like, I can clone it and I can make another example very similar. So if you have one set up and you just want to change the activity choices, you can easily make different versions of the same activity. Down at the bottom, there's an embed code, and this is the code that I would paste in Schoology, or if I'm in Seesaw, I need to select just the URL from the embed code. That's this piece right here. You can change the size, and I usually go with about 900 by 300 for Schoology, but you can experiment with that. Change the size before you grab the embed code, however. Then you can copy that and put that into Schoology. We'll take a look at that in another tutorial.